let's review the monster cereals from General Mills. What happens when you mix these beloved cereals with Muppets? Is there a better way to find out than to have a puppet review them? Friends, it's time to eat some cereal. Happy birthday, everybody, and welcome to Cerealsly, where we take cereals seriously. My name is Jim the Dog, and I'm filling in for Alex this week on this very special episode. Here at Cerealsly, we have episodes every single week. Is that true, every single week? To help you get the most out of your cereal experience. Today on Cerealsly, we're taking a look at the 2025 editions of the famous monster cereals from General Mills. This year, we only have 3. Count Chocula, Franken Berry, and Boo Berry. There are 3 other official monsters, Yummy Mummy, Fruit Brute, and Carmela Creeper, but they seem to be taking the year off. Now, as you may know, there is nothing special about the actual cereal in this year's monster cereals. Instead, it's the boxes that are the star this year, as they each feature a Muppetized version of their mascot on the front. Honestly, I think this is a genius idea for at least 3 reasons. First, I am a puppet myself and know what it is. In fact, I'd like to see a puppet version of every mascot for every food item in the world. Second, I think the General Mills monsters are the perfect candidates for Muppetization. They're already cute, they're already beloved, and they already have a history of only being seen from the waist up. Hiding your lower half is like 90% of the job of being a puppet. But the third reason that I think this is such a great idea is because nowadays these cereals, they already taste a little bit like puppet foam. Originally, these were all made with a blend of oats and corn. But in 1993, they were changed to an only corn base. And ever since then, they taste a lot like a couch cushion texture. Now, that's not great, but it does show how strong nostalgia is. Year by year, we keep buying these cereals. All right, let's take a closer look at what we got here. First, we have the ultimate classic, Count Chocula. I wonder if he's related to the Count. You know, Count Von Count. Are vampires related to each other? Probably not. But regardless, he looks great as a Muppet. Though I have to imagine his huge chin would make it hard to get near the cereal bowl. Next, we have Franken Berry, who personally I like the most. I myself was originally pink, though I'm a little faded now. And I think Franken Berry's bald head is very well suited for that, felty Muppet texture. Just makes you want to touch it. And actually, there's a special edition Franken Berry box coming out as a Walmart exclusive that has the real Muppet texture on it. I gotta get me one of those. But even on this regular box, I'm impressed they got so many details right. Like they have the chains on his overalls, and even the strawberries he has for fingernails. And finally, we have Boo Berry. Boo Berry actually came out 2 years after the others, but he's definitely part of the main trio. I really like that he wears that yellow hat and red bow tie. Quite formal. But we're not just here to comment on their fashion choices, of course. We're here to see if these puppet versions will impress me, an actual puppet. So I want to use all of my cereal and puppet experience to help you decide if you need a bowl of this year's General Mills Monsters cereals. Hey, if you made it this far, you're the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational person I know. But would you do me one more favor? Would you like this video and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with what cereal Alex should try on a future episode? Doing any one of those things would really help him out. All right, I think I am ready. I have got my bowls, I have got my spoon, and I have got the milk that I love so much. I, as a dog, am also a 1% fan. And of course, I have the cereal of the hour. I think I'm gonna start in the way I introduced them with Count Chocula. Let's open these up and see what they look like in a bowl. Well, I actually think they look pretty great. Gone are the swirls that used to be on the marshmallows. They're very basic now, and I kind of like that. I guess we should try them dry. Let's try this year's Count Chocula from General Mills. Nom, 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 nom. Huh, they actually taste pretty good. Yeah, they're simple but very chocolatey, and that's great. I say we put some milk on these and see what that does to it. All right, let's try Count Chocula in milk. Yeah, that's good stuff. Boy, I don't know what's going on this year, but I think these are better than usual. Well, that was a nice surprise. And let's stir them around, see if they make the milk chocolatey. Sort of. Well, pretty good start. Let's go on to the next one, Franken Berry. Ooh, geez, these look amazing. They are super vibrant. Geez, I said I had started as pink, but I was never this pink. Yeah, but neither is he. But this cereal sure is. And they have made a really good decision with the colored marshmallows in here. Instead of just being pink, there's like blue and purple and pink and white. Geez, this looks fantastic. But we gotta give it a try. Let's try Franken Berry cereal dry. Geez Louise, these taste way more foamy than the Count Chocula. Maybe the coating isn't as strong? Huh. I do like the flavor, though. Subtle. Let's put some milk on them. All right, let's try Franken Berry cereal in milk. Huh. Yeah, these are more bland. Why is that? Their color is great, but they just don't have much more to offer. Oh well, let's try Boo Berry. I guess I've never understood why these are purple instead of blue. The guy's name is Boo Berry. Well, I guess blueberries are kind of purple too. What a world! But let's give them a try. Let's try Boo Berry cereal dry. Nom, 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 nom. I think these are better than the Franken Berry. More taste, more fruity. I love them. Let's get some milk on them. All right, my friends, let's give a try to Boo Berry cereal in milk. I think I like them dry better. The milk kind of washes off some of the flavor. Maybe it's making the milk purple? I don't know. So you lose flavor, but you don't gain color. That's no good. Well, this is probably more cereal than I've eaten in 30 years. So I think all that's left is for me to give a puppet rating out of 5. Well, friends, we have done it all. We talked. We ate. We took every facet of taste and texture into consideration. And now, it's enough. Let's walk through these things and give a rating. First Count Chocula, I would say that my final rating out of 5 is 3.5. Very good this year, Count Chocula. Next, we have Franken Berry. Not quite as good. Great color. I think I would give this a 3 out of 5. Finally, we have Boo Berry. Started out strong, but then in milk really washed it away. So I think I can only give this one a 2 out of 5. So the winner this year is absolutely Count Chocula. Way to go, Count. And welcome all to the Puppet family. If you want to try today's cereal for yourself, they're available almost everywhere. But word of warning, I first ordered all 3 of these as a 3-pack on Amazon, and they did not come in 3 boxes. It just came in 1 box with all the bags inside. Not what I wanted. Hey, as we wrap up here, I just want to say a big thanks to Alex for letting me host this week. Hope you had fun watching it. But Alex will be back next week, wanting to spend even more cereal time with you. And YouTube thinks you'll enjoy the videos that are on screen now. So check those out while you're waiting for next week's brand new Cerealsly episode. Till then, never be soggy, my friends. Bye-bye.